Through my last 2 algebra videos, I have told you guys to solve for whatever variable they give you, and in order to do that, you have to get that variable alone. So in this case, I want you to solve for y. So in order to do that, you got to get y by itself. So first we have to look at what is in there with y. So we have 3x in there. Since it's a positive 3x, we're going to do like we did before. We're going to minus 3x from one side, and we're going to minus 3x from the other side. These will cancel, and we'll be left with 4y equals negative 3x plus 7. So my 3x is from here, and my 7 is from there. Again, we're solving for y, so since y isn't by itself yet, we got to look to see what the problem is. So I have 4 times y on that side. So in order to get rid of the 4, we have to do division. So I'm going to divide this side by 4, and I have to divide this entire side by 4. So my 4's will cancel. I have y equals, I'm going to look at these guys, negative 3 over 4x. I'm going to keep my sign, which is plus, and then I'm going to look at these two, which is 7 over 4. So with solving from y, I got my equation in slope-intercept form. So I have y equals mx plus b. So that would be my answer. So let's try that again. So I have 4x plus y minus 2. So in order to solve for y, I have to subtract 4x from one side and subtract 4x from the other side. And I have to remember to take the x with it because I want to get y alone. So my x's will cancel. I have 8y equals negative 4x plus 2. Again, 4x is from here, 2 is from there. My y is still not alone, and it's multiplication, so the opposite is division. But I can also do, instead of drawing a single line, I could draw one line under each, and I could put 8 under each one. So my 8's are going to cancel here. I'm going to be left with y equals negative 4/8 x, which 4 goes into 4 once, so it's going to be negative 1. 4 goes into 8 twice, negative 1/2 x. I'm going to keep my sign, plus, and 2/8, so 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 8 4 times. So my answer is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 1/4. Again, my y equals mx plus b. And my negative 1/2 is my m. And b is my 1/4. Again, solving for y, I'm going to take my 8 to the other side, my 8x. So if I subtract it, I'll be left with 3y equals negative 8x plus 1, negative 8x, and my 1. Now I need to divide by 3. I get y equals negative 8 over 3x, which comes from here, plus 1/3, which comes from there. And that's my answer for y. On this side, I have a negative 3x, so the opposite would be addition, plus 3x plus 3x. These will cancel. 4y will equal 3x plus 1. Divide each side by 4. And my final answer would be y equals 3 over 4x from here, plus 1 over 4 from here. Next, I have 6y minus 2x equals 5. I have to get rid of my 2x to get my y alone. So I'm going to add 2x to one side. What I do to one side, I do to the other. they will cancel out. 6y equals 2x plus 5. I got to get my y alone, so I'm going to divide each side by 6. I'll get y equals 2 over 6x plus 5 over 6. 2 over 6 will reduce, so I'm going to get y equals 1/3 x plus 5 over 6. My next one is 10y minus 4x equals 4. I'm going to move my 4x to the other side by adding it. They're going to cancel. I'll have 10y equals 4x plus 4. I'm going to divide each side by 10. Cancel these ones. Y will equal 4 over 10x plus 4 over 10. In each case, the 4 over 10s can reduce. So 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 10 5 times. Keep my x. And the same applies here. And my final answer would be y equals 2/5 x plus 2/5. My next equation is 3y plus 6x minus 2. I have to subtract 6x from each side. These will cancel. 3y equals negative 6x minus 2. I'm going to divide each side by 3. In this case, I'm going to do it the second example that I gave you. These will cancel. I have y equals negative 6 divided by 3 is going to be negative 2x minus, and I have 2/3 at the end. Again, y equals mx plus b. My m is my 2, and my b is my negative 2/3. My next equation is 4y minus 4x equals negative 4. So I have a negative 4x. I'm going to add 4x to each side. I got to get rid of those ones that cancel out, and I'll be left with 4y equals 4x minus 4. I'm going to divide each side by 4. Y will equal 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I'm going to just put it as x. Negative 4 divided by 4 is going to be negative 1. And that will be my answer. In this case, m is going to be my imaginary 1 in front of my x. And again, that's slope. And my b is going to be negative 1. And my b is my y-intercept. Okay, our last two problems, 6y minus 4 equals 9. Add 4 to each side. Cancel the 4's. 6y equals 4x plus 9. Divide each side by 6. I'll get y equals 4 over 6x plus 9 over 6. In this case, each one reduces. So 2 goes into 4 twice and into 6 3 times. I'm going to keep my x. I'm going to keep my positive sign. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and 3 goes into 6 2 times. So again, my m, or my slope, is 2/3. And my b, or my y-intercept, is 3/2. My final equation is 9y minus 8x equals 7. I'm going to add 8x to each side. They're going to cancel. 9y equals negative 8x plus 7. I'm going to divide each side by 9. And I'm going to be left with y equals negative 8 over 9x plus 7 over 9. So you guys can watch this video a few times to get the hang of it. And once you start solving for y and getting it into y-intercept form, we can continue on with the discussion we talked about in class today.